Death, destruction and devastation. This is the grim reality facing Central Texas. At least dozens have died, with many still missing after devastating flash floods wreaked havoc in Texas. The relentless floodwaters stranded families at campsites, submerged homes and swept vehicles away in their path. Kerr County was the hardest hit among the 20 affected counties in the region. Volunteers and residents continued tireless search efforts across 12 counties, determined to find those still missing.
I've driven down from Hunt, and it's the most horrific. As soon as we saw how horrible it was, we kind of knew there weren't going to be survivors. It's just been difficult. It's really hard to go through the river and trying to find anything. The guys have fallen here and there. We're using backhoe to maybe shake up the trees, see if anybody's stuck up there, but it's been very difficult.
Eyewitnesses and survivors described the chaos and heartbreak as the deadly floodwaters rose swiftly, claiming lives and ripping apart communities.
The hardest part was there was a little boy who started floating downstream, and he was screaming, asking for help, but there just wasn't anything anybody could do at that point.
This is my parents' house. They're in their 80s. 11 o'clock at night, they started having the water rise and come into their house, so they were able to escape up the hill. And they got word of their neighbor being stuck in her attic, so they went over and rendered aid and got her out. She's 92 years old. Then they were able to reach their tool shed up higher ground, and neighbors throughout the early morning began to show up at their tool shed, and they all rode it out together.
The most devastating impacts of the flooding were felt at Camp Mystic, a popular summer camp for youngsters. Many of the victims were children and staff affiliated with summer programs across the region. Meanwhile, officials released videos showing Texas military forces evacuating a group of campers using a truck around the town of Hunt. As floods continue to wreak havoc, serious questions are emerging. Could recent job cuts in key federal agencies have contributed to the scale of the disaster?
Are you investigating whether some of the cuts to the federal government left key vacancies at the National Weather Service or in the emergency coordination?
No, they did not.
US President Trump, on the other hand, called the floods catastrophic while blaming the previous government.
They did. I'll tell you, you look at that what a situation that all is, and that was really the Biden setup. That was not our setup, but I wouldn't blame Biden for it either. I would just say this is a 100-year catastrophe, and it's just so horrible to watch.
As investigations into the cause and response unfold, authorities continue to assess the full extent of the damage, and efforts are ongoing to locate missing individuals. Aid is being rushed to the communities hardest hit by one of the deadliest floods Texas has seen in decades.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.